What's up, Chattanooga? I'm in a weird mood today, okay? My grandma called me today talking shit about my grandpa. She's like, oh, your grandpa's starting to stink. Oh, I can't take it anymore. Your grandpa smells so bad. And finally, I got tired of it. I was like, look, Granny, the service was 2 weeks ago. You gotta bury him, okay? Guys, before my grandfather passed away, I went down to help take care of him. And he got up to go to the bathroom and didn't quite make it all the way to the bathroom. He ended up pissing right there in the middle of our living room floor. And he was real embarrassed when I was rubbing his nose in it. It's like, no, Papa, outside! Well, anyway, that's why we put him down. Guys, you gotta understand, okay? Comedy comes from darkness. Like every comic in the bill will let you know we got some darkness from our past we'd like to bring up on stage. Me personally, my dad, he used to beat the shit out of me. And that's crazy to me because I got an 8-year-old little boy right now, I got a little bear cub. And I can't imagine raising a hand to him. But when I look at my son, it makes me sad because deep down I know he'll never be funny. It's a joke, man. He'll be hilarious. I do it all the time. I was hanging out with my son last weekend, and he was sitting in my lap playing around. You know how kids do. They had a clenched fist. He's trying to pry my fingers open. He's like, come on, Dad, raise a finger, raise a finger. So I hit him with one of them real quick. Then my 8-year-old steps back and goes, oh, you just fingered me. I was like, no, the fuck I didn't. Last thing I need is a phone call from his school like, Mr. Bair, did you finger your son? You know, I gotta explain to some guidance counselor, no, I just told my 8-year-old to go fuck himself. It's completely different. No, he's 8. He'll learn about finger at church camp. I was talking about my grandfather passed away. When my grandfather passed away, I went down to help take care of my grandmother. When I was down at her house, I learned a lot about my grandmother. Like, I found out my grandma hates skunks. Like, she can't stand skunks. And one night, I caught her going out to the garage, and in one hand, she had a broomstick, and in the other hand, she had a 22. It's like, what the hell is she doing? Ended up spending 20 minutes watching my grandma look for a skunk that I'd already smoked. And while we're on the subject, let's talk about Swisher Sweets for a second, okay? Because I don't feel like they get the credit they deserve as a company. Swisher Sweets has done more to put tobacco in trash cans than any stamp out smoking ever has. Not one of those stoners that lie to you that weed can be dangerous. Like, sir, you ever had your ass eaten by a girl with cotton mouth? It's dry, it feels like twerking on a fence post. How'd I get a splinter? Goddamn. So I had this high thought the other day, right? Like, what if we started announcing Firefighters records? Like we did Fighters records? Like, in this fire truck, we have Brown, the record of 7 wins and 3 tragic losses. Yeah, I really look forward to see Brad compete tonight. You know, he hasn't been the same since that school bus back on I-40. Speaking of crispy tots, this fight is brought to you by Sonic. So last summer, I was in Arkansas floating the river with my buddy, and while we were floating the river, we came on a bachelorette party. And now when you see a bachelorette party at the river, you gotta ask yourself a question. Is that a beer gut, or is she pregnant? Doesn't matter, either way she's fun. So, we're hanging out with my buddy, he decides to go show off, right? So he picks up a rock and he goes 5. He skips that rock 5 times across the river into this huge cliff that everybody calls Bates Bluff. Well, I couldn't let my buddy show me up. So I pick up a rock, and I go 6. I skip that rock 6 times into that cliff. Then the maid of honor, she comes over to us, sees the game we're playing, and goes, 7. And then she hands me her beer, swims across the river, swims over to Bates Bluff, and before any of us could stop her, she climbed 85 foot to the very top. Then, out of nowhere, she just steps back and goes, yee-yee! Now, yee-yee is how you say yee-haw if you were born in a trailer. Like I said, she goes, yee-yee! Takes off jumping. As she jumps, her back foot kind of caught one of the rocks, and she beefed it. Starts going end over end all the way down. Looks like a bottle rocket with a broke stick. Y'all, she hit that water like it cheated on her. Bride screams out, she's like, somebody help her! was like, help her? That bitch is dead. But she wasn't, she was fine. She popped up like 20 seconds later. What I thought was going to be the most spectacular suicide I would ever see just turned out to be the world's coolest abortion. Yeah, she popped that baby out like a ping pong ball. Y'all grown, but I was pissed. Because she skipped it 7 times. Thank y'all so much. My name's Bair.